All right, so they dropped the news a little bit earlier this morning. Season 8.5. It's the 20th right now. Said it's coming the 22nd, so it's going to start Wednesday like usual. We're going to get Blake. We're going to get Blake's jersey. There was no mention of Halliburton's jersey on there, so I don't know if that's going to be like maybe in the patch notes or something, or if we'll get Halliburton's jersey some other way. We'll see how that goes. But staying on topic, between the 22nd and I believe it said until like August 18th, so basically for around the next month, it didn't show any elite players, didn't show any other superstar releases, like maybe for the second half. We just got Blake and a whole bunch of different events. Now, this is something that's going to concern a lot of people. That's the reason I wanted to go ahead and make a video on it. I had already been seeing people talking about our lack of players that we've been getting has been slowing down compared to when we was getting 2 superstars and whatnot. And people talking about just purely us not having certain players, certain big names in the game. Jalen Brunson was a big one because of the whole playoff series, and they added Wemby at that time, and then, everybody thought that was a thing they lined up on purpose and was like, okay, well, where's Jalen Brunson? So we're going to talk about it, okay? We'll save the new players for the last part, but first, talking about the ideation that they're doing less because the game is dying or anything like that. Most people know, and I talk about it a lot, we are in a way catching up to the Taiwan servers, okay? That's actually point blank period the reason we're not getting any other elites. There are no other ones. Once we get what's his name, Mikal Bridges, after we get him, there are no other elites. We got all of them. Everybody that's been released over there will be over here once they give them to us. Had they dropped him with Blake Griffin, there would be no more elites left to get to catch up to them. Okay. Same situation for the superstars. There are only so many left. Blake Griffin filled out one of the last power forward spots. We don't need any of their centers anymore. Once we get Tim Duncan, power forwards will be finished. Meta World Peace is going to finish the small forwards. I talk about this often. We don't have too many people left to even us out, right? I don't know that they plan on us actually catching up to them. I've already said it. My theory is that I think that we're at some point either about to get whatever our version of the exclusive player is. I think we will be getting sometime soon to kind of spread out that distance again between them and us. Because if you count their exclusive players, then yes, there are a lot of players we have left to get. But obviously, they're exclusive, so they're only over there right now. But finding out recently that JP has their own exclusives as well, I'm pretty sure US is going to get some exclusives to space out. I just don't know when would be the time that they would do something like this, right? But there's still benefit to being behind the Taiwan servers, and the goal should not be looked at as we're trying to catch up to them. Having players come out over there first, have time to be nerfed, buffed, whatever needs to be going on. Same with certain game systems and all that. Them being able to test everything over there and get through the kinks and stuff before they send it to us is wonderful. A lot of y'all have a lot less to complain about because of the fact that we get that. So that's not something to look at as a bad thing necessarily, okay? And then when it comes to the newer players, right? Or players just like that we don't have, like Jalen Brunson, who are some other guys people might talk about? Can't really think of a whole lot of guys that need players on here. Like maybe some of the rookies. I seen people ask about like Cooper Flag. We already talked about Shaq coming to the game. It's just a matter of time seeing when we get them. But overall, when it comes to talking about them adding new players, right? You have to respect the art for real that they put into making all of these players super unique, super different from each other, and actually worth picking up. You know, it's only 5 positions in basketball, and even though there are a lot of different players throughout history that they can use, it's only so many different ways you can have people play. So a lot of people play fairly similar. If they weren't able to go through here and make every player feel unique, it'd be a lot harder for them to have player-driven releases where they're dropping new people that you want to pick up and experience because they're new. Honestly, a good example of it is Tony Parker getting ready to release over there on the Taiwan servers. Even though, like, I guess you could say Tony Parker might not just have, like, he's probably like Tyrese Halliburton. He has like a real niche fan base. It's not a whole lot of people that just outwardly want to use him in a video game. But even outside of the name, his kit, he's like kind of a defensive little point guard. And over there, they had just got Rondo, who's also a little defensive point guard with some boosts to him. And they had to give him some boosts because Drew Holiday and Jason Kidd, 2 other defensive point guards, and Chris Paul are already also all in the game. So, like, over time, for them to actually make sure there's longevity to the game with these releases, they have to make some people super different. Not even some people, they kind of have to make everybody really different from other people, or they're just not gonna have a very good release. And obviously I would assume they probably, like, it's okay with Tony Parker because they save it for some of the real big names that they know everybody is gonna want, like Shaq, MJ, Larry Bird, stuff like that. Jalen Brunson probably, because I think it's a solid amount of people that's fans of him. When it comes to those type of people, they have to put in a lot of work to make sure they're different. And a good example of what they're capable of and why I would, be patient with them is the new shooting guard that came out on the Taiwan servers. Although that she is an exclusive, she is a very good example at showing you what they're capable of doing when it comes to creativity with these players. Okay? It's very, very possible for them to put together something unique if they have the time and just the will to do so. And right now, they've been doing pretty good with that. So I don't think when it comes to the player release schedule, anything crazy is happening. I feel like if anything, they're slowing down right now, like I said, so we gain that gap a little bit more. And who knows, like, we might come out on the better end of it and get a couple of our own players over here. But we got to see how that goes, but I would stay patient with them. This is no negativity toward the people I referenced that did had stuff to say. If anything, it's good that the community gets to talk about it, and I can help anybody that might not know kind of understand the situation a little more for what's going on. Because as most of y'all know, Dunk City Dynasty is one of the better, if not the best, 3v3 mobile game out. Okay, might not understand it, but it's a lot of games that do a lot worse than this with a lot of aspects in their game: character releases, gameplay, making players unique and feel different from each other, all of that. Okay, so we're on a good side. And I have faith that they are going to lock in for this second half of the year. I think it's going to be pretty smooth. So outside of that, I appreciate y'all boys watching. You can leave a comment down below for what you think is going on, why you think they're slowing down, who you think might be coming next. Okay, and we'll talk about it. But outside of that, if you did enjoy, as always, subscribe, hit the post notification button so you can be notified when we get Blake in 2 days? And future Dunk City Dynasty content, 2K content is gonna start probably this week too. So any of that you interested in, join the community, man. And speaking of the community, Discord.com is at like 43, 44 members. So if you want to join that, link is going to be in the description as always. We are very close to 500 subs, so as usual, I appreciate y'all boys, man. But outside of that, if you enjoyed the video, if it helped you at all, leave a like. And I appreciate y'all watching, man.